guys, I tabbed the shit out of this book because there were so many things in here that pissed me off. The main thing being just reading about the things that women have to live through in their life. Just going to the corner market or taking a bus or just wanting to drive their car or go somewhere by themselves. Like, these are the type of freedoms that we don't even think about in the United States. We do worry about being alone sometimes because of the attitudes of men and not being safe, etc. This book, I just highly recommend that you read it. Headscarves and Hymens: Why the Middle East Needs a Sexual Revolution by Mona Eltahawy. I hope I said that right. And this, I believe, was written in 2014. So I'm really, really late to this discussion. And the whole thing, it's just, it goes over not only, how powerless women feel in Middle Eastern countries, but also about the abuse that they go through. It talks about the perils of just walking down the street. It talks about the internalization of feeling guilty over what you've always been taught, to be the good girl, and, what you feel is right for your life. It talks about sexual freedom. It talks about freedom of expression. It talks about, do you want to wear the headscarf? Do you not want to wear the headscarf? And what that means to you personally and what it means to other people. And it's crazy. Like, some places they give people a hard time if they want to wear a headscarf, and then other places they demand that you wear it. And other places the feminists and the people that are trying to shoot for change in their country get really upset when people wear it. So there's a lot to this book. It talks about female genital mutilation, child marriage, so many things about some of the things that women have gone through in their country while trying to just assist in revolutions, and then still be targeted by the new regime's evil men. It's the only way I could put it, evil men. Anyway, I just, I really think that every woman should read this. There's a lot of controversy over this, I would assume, among Muslim women and some of these countries, because, it's shocking to me, honestly, because I always thought that when I was a kid anyway, and when I was a young adult, I always thought that, the women that wore headscarves and were very modest were always like super respected by the Muslim men, and that wearing this headscarf and this the full dress and everything else, that it would sort of protect them from the male gaze, that it was, men always escorted their women everywhere, I assumed out of respect. But now I see it more as a form of control. I'm sure there are plenty of women that are happy in this patriarchy, but there's so many more that aren't. Even if you're a young woman and you get raped, they allow the rapist, in fact, they force the rapist to marry the girl. Like, can you imagine? I just, this is like over 10 years old at this point. And you know what? I don't think the state of the Middle East or the world in general is any better when it comes to patriarchy, um, male abuse, um, and the male gaze. I think it's so far off. I mean, just the other day, the president of Mexico was groped in public, which was just disgusting to hear about. Like, how dare you, And then, just the other day, President Trump said something like, "Hey, Peggy," like to this girl, to this woman, reporter, which again, it just goes to show you where the attitude of men are, not just in the Middle East, but in the United States and all over the world. It's so sad. I don't know why men feel like they have to have control over women and their bodies. I don't understand why they're so afraid or hateful of us. But this book is a really good way to understand some of what people go through. And it's really important to have this discussion. Do they need a sexual revolution? I don't know exactly what that means. If that means standing up for yourself and forcing your expression of your sexuality into the public eye, yes, I'm all for that. If it means that, sexual revolution, like as if what we had here in the United States in the 1960s of women that were so repressed for so long just became wild and, did whatever they wanted with their bodies and were very, demanding of that. Has that helped? Has that really helped us? I mean, we're still in the same fucking place with men, if not in a worse place. And so the things that make me so worried is that the more conservative we are in the United States, meaning conservative of values, the more conservative the rest of the world is. And the rest of the world goes way beyond what we do. And it just like encourages the patriarchy. It encourages the evils that are done against women. I don't know how else to put it. It makes me sad. I would love to talk to Mona to ask her, like, are you going to write a follow-up book to this? What is going on in Egypt today? Are women able to walk without a headscarf? Are they able to walk down the street safely? I don't know. I would like to know. And I would like to know when are men going to treat us with respect? Obviously, these women garner respect from their modesty, from their purity, from, their servitude, and they're still not respected. And that's the part that burns me so bad, is that they're living a life of the patriarchy. They're doing everything that they're told to do, and they're still treated like that. Like, how dare you? Like, that just enrages me so much, and it makes me so sad. But anyway, Mona, if you see this, like, please reach out to me. I would love to talk to you. All right. Thanks, guys. Every woman should read this.